I'm not gonna tell you that wanting to have a distraction is bad, but I am going to say that if you use distractions to counter emotions, you're going to crash. Choosing to be soft is going to be one of the hardest things you do for yourself. These days we have influencers showing us their softness and the simplicity of it, but to be honest with you, softness is not that easy to come about. It is a hard process that you have to work on with yourself. To become softer, you have to choose to be kinder, choose to take care of yourself, choose to take it easy. And it's like all of these things involve so many different breakdowns and steps that you need for yourself that it's like nothing about becoming soft is easy. Like, actually, I think it's harder to become soft than it is to stay exactly where you're at. Because being soft, yes, the lifestyle in itself is simple, is easy, is gentle. But to take where you are right now and to flip a switch, to become that, to undo why you act like that, that's the hard part. And that's exactly why becoming soft is actually harder than it seems. So let's get into it. First of all, you have to unlearn survival mode. A lot of us are on high alert when it comes to our finances, our mental health, our emotional battery, and that's where softness has entered the chat or has left the chat. So a lot of us have a guard up. We don't want the worst to happen. Like, we think of the worst and we don't want it to happen, so we're constantly making sure that we're okay. But the thing about softness is that you have to be gentle with yourself. You have to be okay with things not going exactly the way that you wanted it to go. You have to be okay with taking a break when, you know, let's say that you have this trip coming up, but you want to make sure that you have enough money for the trip. So you're working, then you hit the goal, but then you still feel like, oh, something might go wrong. I might, you know, need another plane ticket. I might, you know, or things like that. And we put ourselves in this predicament where we're constantly trying to prepare for, oh, this can happen, oh, that can happen. Or let's say you have an emotional battery of like this much, but you're going to a party and you want to be able to talk to people and hang out with them. So you're like, you're preparing, you're practicing, oh, what if this person talks to me, what if that person talks to me, and you're thinking of all these worst case scenarios, when in reality none of that will 95% of the chance happen. Like, you're just thinking of it because it could happen. Murphy's Law, obviously anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But when you're being soft with yourself, when you're being gentle, you have to take a step back and you have to look at it in the big picture, the grand scheme of things. Is that really possible? Is that really going to happen? Yes, it can happen, but is it really, like, let's be for real. Are we really gonna forget our passport at home and have to take a flight back home to get the passport to go back? Like, no, right? Like, so we have to think of these things in a way that is more simple to ourselves and to our lives. But the thing about that is that in order to undo that high alertness, you have to unpack it. You have to ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Why are you so on high alert? Why is it so hard for you to just relax? You have to unpack that to unlearn it. And once you unpack it, then you repack it with some kindness and simplicity, and then you ship it off into the soft life. Another reason why it could be hard for you to become soft would be that you fear emotional intimacy with yourself. So what that means is you're scared of just feeling through whatever emotion you have going on. You're scared of sitting with yourself. You're scared of the quiet, the brain going off. And a lot of the time people have those fears and they put a barricade up and don't realize it. They fill it with productivity. They fill it with perfectionism. They fill it with like just different sorts of distractions, like just to make it seem as if like, oh, I don't feel that way. I just need to get this done. I just need to get that done, and it's gonna go away. And my thing is, you have to love on you. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to give yourself kindness. You have to give yourself love, because if we keep pushing ourselves to be productive, get things done, always want to make sure everything is completely done to the best of its, not even the best of its ability, to 110% of what it can be, we're filling a void with tasks. Tasks do not fill voids. Emotional support fills voids. Balance fills voids. I'm not going to tell you that wanting to have a distraction is bad, but I am going to say that if you use distractions to counter emotions, you're going to crash. Because if you think that doing your homework, picking up shifts at work, completing errands is going to completely solve the fact that you have issues at home, your boyfriend cheated on you, your mom dislikes you, your cousin is dating your boyfriend on the side while he's dating you, that doesn't go away by just putting tasks between it. Just because you are not thinking about it does not mean it is not there. We have a conscious and subconscious mind. Our conscious mind makes millions of times less decisions than our subconscious brain in a day. But our subconscious brain is still thinking about it, which means if you take a break for one moment, it will come right back. But it's going to come harder because you didn't feel it out the first time. So feel things out. Sit with yourself and figure out what steps you need to take in order to be easier on yourself so you can be softer with yourself. The third reason why it would be hard for you to choose softness, or to become soft as a matter of fact, would be that you, and this is going to hit home for some people, have a low self-worth. The thing about being soft is that you know what you're worth. You know what's worth your time, your energy, your effort. People with low self-worth do not think they're worthy of peace, do not think they're worthy of a break. You know those people who are always at work because they feel like, what do I need a break for? I'm not tired. I don't need a break. I'm not rich yet. The silence is deafening. People tend to subconsciously destroy their own lives because they think, oh, well, I don't want to take a break and I don't think I deserve peace and I like the drama. You're destroying your own life intentionally by accident and you don't even know it. Because there's no reason why in any scenario you think that you should be overworked, never at peace, always in the mix. It doesn't make sense. Softness is letting that go, putting it in a little box and shipping it off to wherever it came from. You know those people that are like, oh, that's too bougie for me. What's bougie about drinking a latte in a cafe doing work? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's bougie about, I don't want my things touching that? What's bougie about, I'm getting dressed whether it's to a picnic or to a yacht party? We're outside. People don't know that it's your life and free will is definitely free. Obviously to an extent depending on where you live, but the thing about choosing softness is that all of these things hold you back from becoming exactly where you want to be, because you have to undo and unlearn and create a whole new reality for yourself in order to become soft. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna be soft, and then you're going and working 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hours because you wanted to help out and pick up shifts. Your brain is allowed to be off. And I don't know if anybody needs to hear this, but it is okay to have nothing to do today. It is okay to not want to do the things that you have to do today. There's usually tomorrow. I'm not going to say it's always tomorrow because tomorrow is never promised, but there is usually tomorrow. So take it easy. So now that we've covered reasons why becoming soft would be hard, let's get into some ways that we can actually become soft. Number 1, build a soft softness practice. Build the softness practice. Like, build the softness practice. You cannot just be like, today I'm gonna be soft, and then you're soft. It doesn't work like that. You have to take it baby steps. Maybe today I'm gonna journal. Today I'm going to do my in-depth skincare. Today I'm going to pray, meditate, whatever. But I'm gonna do it today. Honestly, that's what I did. I picked one thing daily to kind of just implement in my daily routine. So, you know me, I love a morning tea. A morning tea, then I added a book. Then I added a journal. Then I added a devotional. I take it slow in the morning. Y'all don't know me in real life. But the people who know me in real life know you cannot talk to me until the morning routine is done. Which means I have to have had my morning tea, read my book, journaled, meditated, did my morning stretches. Then I had something to eat. It doesn't necessarily have to be my breakfast. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole sandwich. It doesn't have to be like, you know, but it has to be something in my stomach. Then we can discuss, how did you sleep? What are we doing today? You know, like, have something in place to keep you steady. I started with the start of my day, but then I, got into the completing my skincare 100% of the time, even though I really never mess with my skincare. Like, once my skincare was created in high school, I've always done it. I don't think I'm lying. I missed some face mask weeks, but for the most part I don't really mess up the skincare routine. But then when it came to the afternoon, I would come home, then I'm sitting there scrolling on my phone, and then I'm rushing to get everything done before I go to sleep. That doesn't happen anymore. I have blocks in my hours that tell me exactly what I need to do at exactly what time, and I've also blocked out time for a break. I treat it like I'm at work. You get a break when you're at work, you get a break when you're at home. Simple. Simple. But the break at home is so much less chaotic because you're not at work. But for the most part, I treat my days in blocks, and it's scheduled. Everything is scheduled. Have a schedule and schedule the thing that you want to implement, and keep doing that thing before you add your next thing. Number 2, and this one actually was something that I had to do a lot, which is to talk to yourself kinder. Like, if you were to drop something, or if you were to break something, or if you were running late for something, I'd be like, great, Makita, again. Oh, Makita, you dropped this? Yeah, break the whole thing. Yeah, just drop the whole thing. Yeah, just mess it up. And I'm talking to myself like I did it intentionally, like I did it to myself on purpose. I know I didn't do it on purpose, but the thing about the brain is that it doesn't know the difference between a joke and the truth. Like, if a joke is a lie, it can't tell that you're joking. So when you're talking to yourself and you're saying these things and you're like, oh, break the whole glass. Yeah, break the whole plate. Yeah, just drop everything. You know what? Just throw everything out. Your brain doesn't actually know that you're not for real. Like, yeah, you're upset. So yes, you're being for real, but you're not really being for real. And I hope that came across the way that made sense, because it made sense to me when I said it, but it might not register with y'all. But yeah, that's how I used to talk to myself, like real crazy. But now I'd be like, if I drop something, I'd be like, it's okay. Or if I break something, I'd be like, well, I didn't need it anyways. You have to be kinder to yourself, because softness is internalized than reciprocated. You cannot be soft if you are not internally soft with yourself. It doesn't even have to be you talking to yourself out loud. Just your thoughts in general, watch them, because you're internalizing negativity, and even though it's not intentional, you're still internalizing it, because just because it's an accident doesn't mean it's not happening. So just make sure you're watching how you're thinking, watching what you're saying, watching how you interact with yourself, watching the things that you're picking at. Stop picking at your face. Oh, I don't like my eyebrows, I don't like my lips, I don't like my hair. Stop telling yourself like, that outfit wouldn't be cute on me, I shouldn't buy that because it's like, stop talking to yourself in that way. Talk to yourself with the love, kindness, and respect that you would want from another person, because you deserve it from yourself too. Number 3, and this one is for my productivity addicts. Let your body lead. let your body tell you what to do. A lot of the time we let our brains tell us, well, I said I was gonna get this done, I said I was gonna do this, I said. You're hungry, take a break and go eat. You're tired, take a nap. Like, it's not always I gotta get this done, I gotta make sure it happens. Sometimes it's just I don't feel like it, and that's okay. I don't know if you need to hear this today, but it's okay. Nothing is gonna happen if you don't do the thing that you said you were gonna do at 5 p.m. and 5:01 hits and you still didn't do it. Nobody cares. You will be okay. The world will not burn. I promise. I promise. Pinky promise. On key card, on KeClub. You're good. The thing about physical awareness is that it also brings emotional clarity. So if you decide to listen to your body, like for example, me, I have this thing where I'm always tired because I'm anemic, so I'm always going to be tired unless I take my iron regularly, which I do for the most part, but sometimes it still don't work. Like, I'm still tired, I still need a break, but I push through it because I'm so used to saying that I said I was gonna get it done, so I get it done. Now, I'm very good on my word. A lot of people know that about me. When I say I'm gonna do something at a specific time during a specific era of my life, it's getting done. If I said I was gonna do a YouTube video and then make breakfast, make dinner, and then work out, it's going to get done. But then by the next day, how do I feel? I don't want to do nothing. I want to lay in bed all day. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to hang out with anybody. That's not how life is supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to get up every day and have energy. You're supposed to be able to get up every day after you sleep and have some type of I can do this in you. And a lot of the time, us productivity people do not have that. So what I had to learn to do was listen to what my body is asking me. If my body asks me to take a break, unfortunately for the rest of the world, Makita's clocking out because I can't do it. And I had to learn that that's my body telling me that I can't do it. And now that I've been balancing that and listening to my body, I've had more productivity, more creativity, more energy to get the things done that I said I was going to do at the time that I said I was going to do it. Yes, it didn't get done at the time I said I was going to do it, but did it still get done? Exactly. Listen to your body. Number 4, redefine what productivity means to you. So productivity does not mean getting it done. Productivity means doing it with intention. Let me break it down for you. When you do things with care, not pressure, with intention, not just quantity, you're actually treating yourself to the biggest, most luxurious form of life. Soft life. A lot of the time we feel like if we don't get it, all of the tasks on the list done today, that we've failed for that day. When in reality, if you get done some of what you intended to do today and it's done correctly, you feel proud of it, that's productivity. You had a productive day. Because sometimes you just can't get to it. Because a lot of the time we feel this pressure to get it done by this time, and then what? Then you're stressed out. You don't want to do anything now. Now nobody's getting anything. Or you get it, but it's not to the best of your ability. You're not proud of it. And now you just want to give up. Productivity just means that you chose to do this today and something got done today. You don't have to always complete the entire task list. You just made the list so that you know what has to get done. You get to what you can, and whatever you can't, leave it for tomorrow. No pressure. It's not as simple as, okay, I'm just gonna take it easy one step at a time. I know that, but I do also know that if you intend to treat yourself better and you put your best foot forward, you can't go wrong. And number 5, boundaries. You cannot be soft in chaos. Step away from people who are causing chaos. Step away from things, activities that are causing chaos. Even if it's just for a moment. Even if it's just for a moment. Let it go though. Unplug. Cut them off. Because it doesn't make sense to try to become soft in a place, in a space, in an energy that is not. It will not happen. It will not occur. Because the one thing that chaos loves is company. Because if chaos is by itself, it's not chaotic. If chaos is by itself, it's not chaotic. It needs another to become chaotic. You will not be the another though. You will be yourself in softness. I'm just gonna tell you this in the most simplest way possible. You just have to protect your peace. Because one thing about being soft is that you have a hard guard up. You are not flipping any switches on changing who you are intending to be, which is soft, chic, luxurious, girly pop, taking it easy, KeClub members. There is no reason why you're out here stressing about things that don't deserve your energy. Not over here. Not around here, partner. I'm just gonna let you know this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Being soft is one of the hardest things you have to do, because you have to unlearn what you already know, pack it up, ship it off, and order a new life. And when you order the new life, you have to be very specific. You need the mailing address, you need the phone number, the email, you need the credit card number, you need a whole bunch of new things in order to get this package to you. But once it arrives, aren't you going to be so happy? Aren't you going to be so relieved that nobody stole that package? Once you choose to let go of the life that you are currently living, nothing can steer you wrong. Once you put your intention on being kinder to yourself, being a better person, being a more gentler person with yourself, you cannot go wrong. Because it will be the energy that you are internalizing. And then the only thing you do after you internalize it is reciprocate it. You will become the soft person that people look up to. You will become exactly who you are dreaming of. So just take some time with yourself and become that person. Even if you got to step away from the media, step away from work, step away from whatever you got going on that's making it harder for you to become who you want to be. That is it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Follow me on Instagram at Makita MK3D8_. Follow my business page on Instagram at luxempulse, and follow my business page on TikTok at luxempulse. And I will see y'all in the next one, which will be tomorrow, because y'all know it's a marathon. So love y'all. Peace. Beep.